Hey guys. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for taking some time out to come and watch this video. I know you definitely don't have to, but thank you first of all for even watching this video. Um, for those of you who follow me on Facebook and on Twitter, you know exactly why I'm doing this video. Yesterday, I actually put a challenge up on Facebook and on Twitter that everyone would take the time out, and as they go throughout their days, they would, ultimately, pray or either, think about their families, their friends, and their community, and kind of keep them at the forefront of their thoughts and prayers. Um, the reason that I did that is because what I have discovered talking to a lot of my friends and also in my personal life, a lot of people are kind of in an in-between phase of life. And what I mean by that is that a lot of people are starting to question if they're good enough. A lot of people are in the phase of life where they don't know what to do. And I actually came across this situation because I was talking to some friends a couple of days ago. And, some of my friends are in college, some of them aren't in college. Everybody has a dream. Some people, are kind of pushing towards it, but they're really not sure how to get there. Some people don't know what their dreams are anymore because what they thought they wanted to do, they don't want to do anymore. People are are going through financial hardships to the point that, they really don't even know, where they're going to be staying in the next month, or they don't know, how they're going to be able to feed themselves. They're going through family issues, whether it's death, or sickness, or just, even learning how to get along with certain people in their families. They're going through self-esteem issues and insecurity issues, and I can go on and on. But the main thing about it is that everyone is questioning, why is this happening to me? Is there something wrong with me? Am I the only one? And I'm making these videos throughout the week, basically to spread some encouragement to people that absolutely need it. And I'm calling this movement. It's actually in my mind. It's a movement, meaning that I want to see some change happen. Like even this week, I want to see some change, some serious attitude changes, some blessings come to people, whatever. Um, but I'm calling this movement. Something's got to give. Uh, just yesterday, I was talking to a friend about being in an in-between spot, and we were talking about, kind of the power of the tongue, and how you can really either crumble things by what you say, or either you can build them up by what you say. And I was talking to some friends about that, and then one person after the other, I kept bumping into people, or people kept calling me with certain issues that they were going through. And it really just got me thinking, like, when I go about my day and I pray for myself and I pray for my current situation or my family, I need to be praying for my whole community. I need to be praying for my friends. I need to be praying for my family. I need to be praying for the city that I'm in right now, and even, my hometown, and just the world in general, because a lot of people are going through a lot of crap right now. And I figured that because it's done in such a huge way, something even bigger needs to come about and challenge it. So I'm hoping that these something has to give videos can inspire you guys as you go throughout your week. I'll be posting at least one video a day, from now until Sunday or Monday, one of the two. Just to kind of give a word of encouragement. And I'm asking you guys that if you have something on your heart that will encourage someone as well, do the same thing. I'm not, I'm not a preacher. I don't consider myself to be a spiritual guru. I consider myself to be a person that is focused on purpose, that is focused on love, kindness, and respect. It's that simple. And I want to see people start reaching for their goals completely and understanding that you are here for a reason. Um, so I kind of wanted to share a short story with you guys to kind of get this thing rolling. The first topic that I want to talk about, and this is not written down, this is just coming straight from my heart. But the first topic that I want to talk about is knowing your worth. Knowing your worth. Um, so I wanted to share a story with you guys about my freshman year in college. I graduated from Clark Atlanta University back in 2011. And I can tell you that the first semester of my freshman year was lovely. I had friends. I was, I had fun with my friends. I was chilling. I was whatever. But by the second semester, a lot of things had changed. For one, I came into Clark Atlanta as a theater major, and when you're a theater major, a lot of times people start to kind of, instead of focusing on their craft, they start to kind of make it more of a competition. And it became a competition, and I didn't like the fact that it was a competition. I didn't like competing against people or feeling like I had to compete against people. I didn't like feeling inferior to people. I didn't like favoritism that was put towards certain students. I didn't like any of that. And it caused me to kind of go into a shell. And I really lost myself because all I had known up until that point was that I wanted to one day be, a great actress. I wanted to be on television. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted people to see me and hear me so that they could see themselves. Not even just for me, but just for them. I wanted to feel important, though. And I get to a place where it's all about competition. That kind of threw me off. So I gave up theater. I just stopped trying altogether. I started hanging out with people, and I wasn't doing the right things at that time. And it became very dark. And I even got so low to the point that I even, started considering, why was I even here? And I started considering suicide, which was something that I had never done up until that point. Um, you know, Family situations, just everything, it just seemed like everything, like the world was on top of me. And all I could think was that, this is challenging my personality. This is challenging what I know myself to be capable of, and what I know that God has spoken into my life, and He put into my heart to be this actress or to be this artist. And now all of a sudden, I feel like it's being taken away from me. Um, so in short, I basically got out of that rut by simply, I wasn't going to church. I was ready to, well, let me go back. I wasn't going to church. I wasn't praying. I didn't even, what I'm saying? Like, I was basically denouncing everything that I had known, because I figured, I was like, you know what, God, like, I trusted you to get me here. And then I get here, and then basically you put me in front of all these people that are so much better than me. You put me in front of all of these people, and what I'm saying, like, people are telling me that I'm not as good as them, and they're showing me all these things, and I don't like this feeling. So I was ready to denounce them, and I was like, you know what, just forget it. I'm done. you know um but I realized that what I was trying wasn't working, and all I was doing was making myself be more depressed, be more angry. My darkest days seemed even darker than they actually were. Like, literally, the sun, and I'm not exaggerating, the sun could be shining outside and I could be walking to class and all I saw was darkness. I'm so serious. I am so serious. I promise you that. So after I figured that out, and I didn't like the feeling that I was in, I figured that maybe I should go back to what I know. And I grew up, reading a lot of Maya Angelou. I was in a couple of poetry competitions in high school, so I'm like a huge poetry and hip hop fan, like forever. You know what I'm saying? I love listening to words and hearing them in ways that I never heard them before, because it kind of sparked something in my mind, like, I never thought about it that way. So I started actually writing my prayers down. And at first they weren't even prayers. They were like literally complaints to God. They were, you know what, I don't care. Some of them I was cussing in it, and it didn't really matter. I was just saying whatever I had to say just to get whatever was in me that was eating me up. I wanted to get it out because I didn't want to feel that way anymore. So I started writing down my prayers, and then eventually things started to come into perspective for me. I started realizing that the way that I had grown to understand my life was through the eyes of my family. It was through the eyes of my community. It was through the eyes of television, which kind of tells you that everything is fixed in 30 minutes, and that's just how life is. And if you keep going, then you'll see it in 30 minutes. You'll see the goodness of life in 30 minutes. But that wasn't the case. Um, but everything started coming together for me. And what I'm noticing now, the more that I talk to my friends, is that it's kind of like those same situations are kind of coming back in people's lives. People are starting to look at everybody else, and they're starting to compare themselves to everybody else around them. And that isn't good. The way I see it, I oftentimes, when my friends and I have this conversation, and I've talked to them countless times, and I like to compare things, life to certain things. And I really like to think of life as a trap. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, when God puts you here on this earth, like I said, I don't care what your religion is. For me, it's God. For somebody else, it could be a pen. So just fill in the blank. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's God. When God put you on this earth, or your creator put you on this earth, he intended for you to run a certain race. Your race is not going to look the same as everybody else around you. What you need to do is make sure that despite the obstacles of your zone, despite the weather that comes about, that you continue to stay in your lane. So many times we try to jump to other people's lanes. We try to do exactly what they are supposed to be doing in their lives. We try to find ourselves through other people, and we adopt that, and we say that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. But no, you know what I'm saying? And that's not the way that it works. Your mission is to find out exactly what it is that you're supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to be doing it, and just keep pushing. If you don't know that, then keep pushing. Keep asking questions. Keep exposing yourself to different things that are going to get you out of a rut. Currently, with people being unemployed, you know what I'm saying, and just relationship issues, they're kind of sticking to the same routine and doing things the same way. Change it up. Expose yourself to something new. Expose yourself to a new type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Expose yourself to a new way of dating, or a new way of looking at dating, a new way of looking at finances. Find something else, you know what I'm saying, that you can focus on that brings you joy, because ultimately what brings you joy is really going to be the thing that you are supposed to be doing in your life. I can guarantee you that. So as you go throughout, today, I want you guys to think about that. Seriously think about that. What is your purpose? Why are you here? What are your talents? What are your gifts? And then ask God about it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't believe in God, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? Still, there's a power that's greater than you, whether you acknowledge it or not. But you really need to go into deep thought, deep meditation, deep prayer about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's ripping at you. And that's the bulk of your problem, is that you're starting to second guess what you already know about yourself. And that's not cool. So yeah, I just wanted to give that nugget. If it helps, I pray that it helps in some kind of way. Yeah, so if you have any comments, if you guys want to inbox me with some things that you guys want to talk about, do that. Inbox me either on my YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, and we can definitely get some topics rolling for this week. And also, if you guys have videos that you want to post with different things, then do that. And also just make sure that you call it something's got to give. And this is basically the motto for this week. So thank you so much. I pray that, I'm saying, as I continue to pray for myself, I'm definitely keeping all of you all in my prayers. And I pray that this is a prosperous week, and that you start to see changes happen in your life. Because I'm definitely looking forward to them happening in mine, because I'm tired, okay, of certain things. So anyways, peace, y'all. I love you guys. Yeah, I'm out.